Hey everyone, once again, it's Heather with Blossoming Light, and I am here to do the October 2015 intuitive horoscope readings. If you would like a personal intuitive reading with me or a distance Reiki session, please go to my website, www.blossominglight.com. I have also had some inquiries lately about donating. People have wondered how they can kind of pay back for all the free readings and things that I provide, so I joined Patreon. I will leave a link in the comments to my Patreon site if you would like to support me. Today we are going to be using the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor for your readings. So let's get to it. Hey Gemini, and happy October. Okay, cards I pulled for you. Community, strategy, contract, and healer. Okay, so October, the general energy of October is all about accepting yourself, self-love, honoring yourself, honoring your choices, honoring your desires, things like that. So as community is coming up for you, and strategy, with strategy, it's almost like you're a lot of the things you do are limited by society. I'm not saying all of you, but there's maybe certain aspects of your life are dominated by how others see you, whether it's in the community, society, how society sees you, how your friends see you, how your family sees you. And contract is also coming up in that relation is because you feel like you're under contract to live by certain means, under certain obligations, okay? It's almost like there's something in your life that you feel you have to appear a certain way to certain people. Okay, if I say certain one more time, slap me. I'm sorry. Okay, so if you have maybe a job that doesn't necessarily resonate with you, but maybe your family accepts or society accepts, but it doesn't resonate with you, but you keep doing it because it's accepted and you don't feel bad, or people don't make you feel bad doing it, it's still something that you should take a look at, because you need to get rid of notions that are controlled by an outside source, okay? Ideals that are influenced by or that came from society, your parents, an outside source, okay? So this month is all about releasing, or maybe not releasing, but at least seeing for the first time and accepting that, okay, the way that society looks at this, I don't necessarily see it that way. And I am going to honor the way I see it because it's me. And I'm important, more important than society. Does that make sense? Okay. One of the ways this is showing up is in your solar plexus chakra. And that's why the healer is coming up. It's something that you really need to work on healing, because it's limiting your ability to go out and get what you want in your life. Okay, these ideals are preventing you from connecting with what you want, and it's also about self-worth. Like, let's go back to the job. I gave that as an example. Your family says, okay, well, you should be a doctor. Okay, so you're a doctor. It doesn't necessarily resonate with who you are. You want to go be an artist. So your passion lies in being an artist, but you keep doing you keep doing your doctor work because that's what your family accepts. But every day that you go to this job, it may be good, you help people, you like certain aspects of it, but it's not you. And every day that you limit yourself you basically say, I'm not worthy to go after something that I love, to accept, having a life that others may not accept, but one that I accept. Does that make sense? My apologies. Everything is kind of coming in at different times, so I'm tripping over my words as I'm listening, so please bear with me. So it's all about knowing that your dreams are just as worthy as your parents' dreams, okay? Maybe you have this notion that an artist, where did the term come from? Starving artist, right? So you have this idea that artists don't make as much money as doctors. Well, that isn't always the case, okay? You have to find that aspect of yourself that you love and make sure you find it worthy. You have to get rid of those notions that your dream is not as worthy as your parents' dreams, because in the past, or maybe you don't know, you don't make as much money, or it's not as prestigious a position in the eyes of society. Is that all making sense? I'm still tripping over things. My apologies, but hopefully I'm repeating myself enough that it starts to make sense. Okay. So you have to heal. That's why this is coming up. You have to heal your views on how you see jobs as worthy, and or pieces of yourself. It's not necessarily jobs. It could be relationships too. Okay, maybe your family wants you to marry this person, but you fell in love with this person, and they don't think that person is worthy because of this, that, and another thing, okay? But that person makes you much happier than the person that they chose for you, okay? You have to get out of your head. You have to connect with your heart, and you have to figure out, really focus this month. It's all internalizing this month and broaching what ideals are limiting you. And I've said this before. We worked on this last month, so it's a carryover. But this month we're adding in honoring yourself and accepting yourself. And you can get rid of those ideals, or you can work on getting rid of those ideals. But until you say, I honor my beliefs that this is just as worthy as this, until you honor you, until you accept that whole big, beautiful bundle of you that is positive, that's negative, that's, this, that, and everything else, until you accept you for you and love you and accept all of your views and feel that your views are the most important thing in your life and they are worthy no matter what anyone else says, then getting rid of these ideals is going to be even harder. Okay? So this month, focus on what things you feel obliged to do, what things, that just don't resonate with you, and find a way to heal them, or at least work on, or at least acknowledge them. You may not be able to find a way to heal them. We can work on that at a later time, but at least acknowledge them. Acknowledge you. Tell yourself you're worthy. Okay? Sending you guys lots of love. I hope it is a very successful month for you, and I will see you guys back in November.